Hello and welcome to this video where we're going to be showing some loot runs where you can get either water or you can get loot for trading in cash, and also how you can turn the guns that you find into real guns to make more money, or guns that you can have to use that you can't buy off the shop like this. Now, the best place for this is mech trenches, but we will show multiple places and multiple ways you can get things, just in case certain maps aren't your thing. Now, if we have a look at quests in mech trenches, I always take that just for the GM6, so just in case they change it, I got that quest and it should stay like that. Prized alcohol is mech trenches is pretty much guaranteed spawn in one location on this loot run. The Thief in the Night, I don't know why it's not showing me this one, but this one is European troops, and Europeans are the main force on mech trenches that you'll run into. So Thief in the Night, and also Pull the Plug, or Plug Pull, or whatever that one is. I'll show where it is, and I'll also show where the grinder is on this, because we go past it. You can do the other quests as well, but that takes us further out of the way, and that's a bit past this scope. Like the server room I could show you, but if you want a proper breakdown of where to find certain things on maps, then let me know and I'll try to do something like that. But this is pretty much your completing quest. You're getting water via the quests, we're getting loot, and we get lockboxes and also water on this particular map, and other maps we can get gacha boxes. Now we are going to just run. I have never run into trouble by running. The spawns for the mech and the 6 to 8 guys is too far away. This door spawns closed, broken, and also open. And sometimes you can't close it when you open it. And there's the guys, and they shouldn't bother us depending on how much noise we make. Now, there can be a squad in here of 3 elites, and they seem to come up the stairs and have no business coming up the stairs. It happens more when it's got to do with the door, but you don't see a investigation or anything. But obviously, they can be down there. Oh, we're going down there, so I'll show you. They can obviously be around that corner. This is the plug pull. In a co-op sense, the co-op player that's not lead might not be able to do it. Just keep that in mind, and they might not be able to close that door. I have found issues as far as that. Now, Thief in the Night, doesn't look like the guy spawned. He spawns over there, and this is setting what I call A. It means there's one water there, a loot box there, and chest. In B, no water there, there's 2 waters there, and the loot box with water will be there. In this particular layer, you'll be able to access 2 lock boxes and 2 waters. Just make sure they're not down here waiting for me. Okay, so in layer 1, or A, there's a water down here, right there. Lockbox, loot. Getting confused. There's a lockbox just behind there, but in B, the spawn for the chest will be over there, and one will be there instead of there and there, and that water won't spawn. Now, obviously, it's only based on what I've run, but I've ran enough to. And there you go, lockbox. So we grab the lockbox.
Gives us an actual chance.
You can. This is the grinder. if you walk up close to this pile, there we go. Sometimes push it a couple of times. That's the grinder that requires a spare part. Now, that is obviously one way you can go, or if you're making a lot of noise, that's somewhere you should check. And obviously I'm going to get the loot. And you do have a pretty wide range to pick things up. Now I'm not going to pick that water up because there's water upstairs and a lockbox. So that's my 3 items. Just be careful, some things can just change their walking path. I have found them do that. I don't know whether it's a bug or deliberate, but I have found that they change their path. So we got that. Water.
Not bad. Not bad.
This container, and then a lockbox over here. And there's another spawn for that guy, which is in this room connecting. And in B mainly, there's a ammo box. Pretty sure it's always ammo there. And then there's another chest that spawns there. And there can be a chest there, chest there. There we go. I'll get a lock on. There's the thief. That's the prize alcohol guy. Silencer would be handy. I have a silencer on because there's 6 to 8 guys that patrol here sometimes, or a battle going on outside. And he's down. This door is closed this time. It can be opened. There can be guys guarding that door. Doesn't look like there's any patrols at the moment, but yeah, prize alcohol. And then I don't have the gun rig on. I need a little bit more XP to get that. Now behind here there can be an ammo box spawn as well. That smoke, if you see that black smoke turn up, that generally means there's probably going to be someone, because it's like a environmental reaction to like war. Now if they're battling like this, one force will win. Usually the Europans, and then they'll patrol like so, and then you just pop their heads. Now they don't always patrol, depending on who they are that spawn. There can be European drones spawn too, but they can, there we go, there can be some guys just hanging around there, and then Russians can come down here and get involved with some of the European troops. So we just loot all. And then, as you can see here, they're probably Russians. That guy wants me. I'm deliberately not taking it on, just to show you can do it without much effort in combat. Obviously you just turn around and you blast the thing, but you can just run away. And with 2 outside quests, I got loot XP mainly, because obviously the game rewards XP for looting more than killing. I have found if you don't loot, you won't get as much XP. You don't have to take people out to actually get good XP. That's what we got, just randomly picking up stuff, but 15k, 15k, and water supply. Now, move that all to my stash. And hand in this, which gives me a weapon, 75,000 credits, 1500 XP, a day of water, and some scab rep, which, unless you're being a bad scab, you shouldn't really need. But we look at the vendors, and this guy will get a little upset with you because you're taking out his people. But yeah, so we go down to this, so 15k a piece. Now we shall change maps, go to Ashen Mesa. They're either city ruins, ruins. I would recommend it there. You can do Desolated Street. You will more than likely have to take on 2 people just to get to this point, and then go the back way up to where we're going. So I recommend you go the city, and go ammo. I'm just going to take around 200 rounds because it is a little bigger map where running into things is a little more likely. So we go ready room, Ashen Mesa, got bullets and bandages, and we're gone. This one is more dangerous, but you get greater access to water, explosives, and not so much lockboxes. And you can pretty much just loot one area and go. There's a couple of bits along the way, but it's pretty much just one area. Now, nope, no eclipse, so we can just sprint. And obviously, because my guy's not the fastest old man, takes a little time. Obviously, if you got Scav Girl, you'll just run in here like nothing. Just keep running. Turn this corner. Stuff spawned behind, but that doesn't matter. Now, a couple of things might happen. This battle that usually happens can draw them down, and you'll fight them on the stairs. Or they spawn here, walking towards you, and then they can spawn coming from that path. Okay, so water spawn this time. No, explosive. Water will be here, explosive will be there. I haven't run this one for a while because Ashen Mesa started to spawn some things in my way that I didn't like. Water, here. There's explosives and a lockbox down here if it's spawned. No. 2 explosives and the lockbox will be there. We're going to mech. Explosive can spawn there, which it did right there. And then this box here. Now, there can be a box. Where are we looking? Right in there. On the wall, there we go. Right there, it did spawn this time. So it depends on what you're after. If you've got the explosive task, you can pick up 2 explosives usually and get out with both of the quest items. This is usually ammunition, and we just loot all. This can be medical supplies and a loot storage, and then you can be unlucky with just the weapon mods, or you can get a combination. Lockbox here, and then the loot box can spawn here as well. So a loot chest can spawn there. If you want, you can hide up here if you're a little unsure, and you can actually stand here and loot this up here. So yeah, because there's not a giant war going on, things aren't really getting out of control.
Pocketing this for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna test a theory that seems to be getting proved more and more correct the more I do it. Now this has a huge chance of spawning a hunter killer when I pick up both of these. Wait 5 seconds.
Not bad.
Okay, 1 didn't, 2.
Worth the extra weight.
Okay, Ashen Mesa might have different spawn rules, because if you pick up, or it's to do with co-op, and they're trying to handicap some of the co-op. because running the mech trenches to try to like carve out the routines and find the A and B. Every time 2 water containers were picked up by either player, the hunter killers spawned 100% of the time. Just for what we were doing, 100% of the time when 2 water containers were picked up, didn't matter who picked it up, or one each, 2 to 1, 2 to 1 person, the hunter killers spawned. Okay, I'm taking this exit down here. You got to be careful of the battle on the other side of this. There can be a mech that ends up over there. There's European drones, and there can be other battles going on. And obviously we got in close enough and the battles have ensued. They should more or less ignore us, and because we haven't annoyed a lot of people, we haven't got a lot of troops running around, and running mech trenches increases the Eurasian people. So in theory, based on what the developers said, how the battlefield works, they should have a decent amount of troops to actually hold their ground instead of just get totally annihilated. Because the more alliance or friendliness or whatever you have with the faction, the more troops they have on the field. So there is cyborgs up there, crawlers, cyborgs, and also running cyborgs. There can be cyborgs with gun spawn as well, but another time I didn't have to do anything. I ran around, did everything, so, and I got 2700 XP. So that's Ashen Master and Mech Trenches. Scorched Earth is probably the most dangerous of a loot run you want to do. Elephant Mausoleum, I have a lot of crashes there, so I haven't been able to like plot out a thing. I know where some of the quest things are, like the guy that needs the cigarettes, the mech guarding the prisoners in the hangar, obviously. But as a flow loot run type thing, pretty much I haven't been able to get on the map consistent enough. So unfortunately, that is just one of those things. Thief in the Night, again, you could take that, and also has it given me the other one? No, they haven't given me the plug pull. So we go back to the combat, get geared up for Scorched Earth. Scorched Earth, just run the exact same stuff. Run a little more because it is a slightly bigger map, and if we get nightmare mode, then we'll need a little more bullets. Take 4 heals. Running this rig, not running there. Scorched Enclave, Cemetery. If you spawn cliffs, you'll end up with a cemetery time extract, and I wouldn't recommend that. And cemetery is where we want to be. So you spawn here, you get stuff, and you go run and get into the tunnels. So we got bullets, bandages, and guns to fight. Okay. There's really just one quick one that you can do in about 2 minutes. If you got Scav Girl leveled up in her speed, you could probably break 1:30. Based on how quickly you can actually hit keys on your keyboard. Okay, so spawn here, cemetery. You can go this way, which takes you, I'll show you both ways. So it takes you around here, near this crow, and then there can be a turret up there. The building there can have medical and also loot. There can be a turret on the other side of that building as well. The main path is really this bit, but down here can be explosives. So if you're looking for explosives, you can check down there, or you can run across here. But there is patrols, and we have Europa and Elite soldiers spawn over there. But there are here we go. As I was saying, there are patrols on this bit. And okay, they got a little iffy on us, but I don't think it was us. I think the fact that like wars started. Why can't I? Because if he's a brawler, I might want it. Nope. Just watch that pathing. They can go walkabout. So, yeah. Oh, sniper team. There's spotter and 2 snipers. So this is why this is a little more dangerous. If I just ran in there, I would have been in real big trouble. So these guys should fight. I don't want to get involved. I'll show you this loot over here though. While they're fighting, I'm just going to go over here and loot, because if I stand there, more than likely the patrols will swing wide enough to include me. Okay, gotta watch out. There is spawn points over there. A mech spawn can spawn back there, and the sniper spotter team that we saw over there can walk on this path. I haven't found 2 in one raid, so I'm not sure if 2 sniper squads can spawn. So we'll just loot all. There's a lockbox here. There can be water and a med in there if this isn't here. You either have it in here, out here, or not at all. I have not found it spawns both outside and inside. But yeah, water and meds if it's inside, lockbox and loot outside. But a turret could be where we were getting that. So you just got to be careful. If you see turrets in the area, then let it do its thing. And usually troops just take it out for you. Just loot as you go. And if you had the gun rig, obviously pick up the gun. Okay, that guy's probably not going to want to play. Just watch the light. If the light starts going towards you, it means it's preparing to investigate you and probably kill you. Okay, he's going to get a little nasty in a second. If we can just get round, he might go about his business. Now we got to watch. A big battle ensued. And just loot all, and sometimes that happens. Sometimes you loot all and nothing happens. That was a gunner. Okay, taking the chance. We have ammo here. Obviously you can go through and go slowly. I wouldn't recommend too slow, but you can go and loot stuff a little more deliberate. That's a gacha box. And a lockbox on the floor. Take that, take that. Take the meds. There can be stuff that spawns behind. And we're full on something by the looks of it. Unless loot all didn't work. Nope, loot all just didn't work. Okay, that was not at us. As you can see, come through and just clean all this up. If you're using like Bagman and have like a big rig, or you got upgrades, because I'm deliberately haven't got the upgrades that allow me 1,000 more capacity. Down there, don't go in there. That just attracts everything and they camp you. Okay, we have cyborgs over there. There can be mechs and there can be tanks, and there can be Omega mech. I don't think that's him down. No, that's just normal mech. There is a drone that's looking there. Whoa, there's a mech hiding in there, and that possibly was a bit... No, it's European. European and Euruscan. Why aren't you attacking each other? Vehicle debris. There we go. Things are getting taken out. Just take your time, wait. Whoa! There's a tank here somewhere by the sounds of it. Yep, there they are. Okay. Take your chances or not take your chances, that's up to you. If that tank wasn't there, I probably would have. Okay. Since it's a tank fight, I'm going to back off. Another tank's coming in. Okay, just keep running. They will only try to make you part of the war if you hang around long enough. Like, they might not just like turn and shoot at you, but they like circle enough that you sort of get involved. And now that we ran back, things are moved on, and unless that vehicle runs me over, we can come in here and just get out.
Home free.
Now, that took a little longer because we needed to wait for battles to happen, and we pulled back, went forward, pulled back, went forward. That's why I don't recommend doing that if you just want in and out. That's what mech trenches is for. And it's pretty guaranteed what you're going to run into as far as enemies. On the other ones, because there is so much open land on them, it's hard to predict what you're going to face at each point. But in saying that, Scrapyard Nexus I wouldn't recommend as a loot run. Is more of an XP and a gun XP. And we should have got plenty of skill for the gun runner. And I'll show you what I mean with the guns. I have a Scar. I have 3 Scars at the moment. Hopefully this works straight up, but I'm running an unmodded M4. That's my issue. Okay, if he's gonna take like 20 bullets to take care of him, I think we best just get out and wait until we got our proper M4. Okay, disabled Scar.
Not bad.
Disabled Scar, everything looks the same to me. Now if we go, we should go here, yeah, it's wet. Should have junk if it's a junk weapon, which it's not. And then we go to our Scars, and we have 4. So yeah, the M4 just took a little while to get there, but yeah, as you can see, we now have 4 Scars. You can do that with any gun, and if you look at the price of a Scar, you can sell it for 11 instead of the like 3,000. If we have a look at this, it's 11,544, and we look at the junk, it's 3,800. And that particular shotgun you can't buy, not this one, the one we actually got, the USAS. It is worth 50k if you can find one of them and do that, and you can sell it for 50k. So hopefully that merged smoothly and showed that it worked. Loot wise, showed you where to go on Scorched Enclave, mech trenches and Ashen Mesa, and how to get out quite simple. And I recommend you just run mech trenches if you want easy in and out, If you want variety of loot, you can go Scorched Enclave or Ashen Mesa. So they're the 3 spots I would recommend. And if we go Combat Loadout, Large Items, and go Open Container, we'll finish with opening this. So if you like this kind of content, please subscribe and hit all those buttons. And if you'd like to support the channel, hit the super thanks under the video. And I'll catch you next time in the next video. So goodbye.